All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the Apostle and Elder Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to Yahweh, pushing his truth throughout the four winds. In this truth, one thing we have to consistently do is stay falling in love with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you treat it like a relationship, you know what I'm saying, it tends to get, if you let it can get old. You know what I'm saying? It have that old feel to it, to where it's like, I want to move on to something else. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that way, but you always want to keep in mind that you want to keep it fresh. So when you compare it to a relationship, you want to do the things you've done in the beginning to keep that, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, not to be on no simp shit, you know what I'm saying? When you first met a chick, you kind of did shit because you wanted the box. But you know what I'm saying? But you was doing things just to like get her on that level with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you just got to keep falling in love with the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, over and over again, you got to do things. You got to go back to the milk, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it afresh, all right? Let me get Ecclesiastes 1. And you start at 13.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out the wisdom concerning all things.
I gave my heart, I gave my mind to seek out and search wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. Go ahead.
This sore travail hath the Most High given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith.
So, you see that? This sore travail hath been given to the sons of man to exercise therewith. So this is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? You're supposed to be exercising and constantly learning. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, to seek out. I know we have in part, so we prophesy in part, but the thing is, you should want, that's why the scriptures tell you to constantly study. All right? You got to constantly study. Study to show thyself approved. Blessed is he that readeth. You know what I'm saying? These are the things you have to do, because that's how wisdom and knowledge increases. All right? Go ahead. You read to 18.
I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
That's right. So that would be fleshly things. It's all vanity. Okay? Notice what he said. He said, I gave my heart to seek and search wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. But when you look at the next verse, he says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. You know what I'm saying? So your mind frame can't be set on doing things of the world. You know what I'm saying? Your mind frame needs to be set on seeking out the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right? Go ahead, Art.
That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
Right.
I communed with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly.
All right.
I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
Yeah. So look at that. He said, I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. Because, okay, basically, he was like, he searched out everything. Okay, and he come to find out, like, God damn, it's a lot of fucking bullshit going on. It's a lot of bullshit. So when you in this place, even today, motherfuckers going to college, trying to learn, trying to get degrees, and you seeing that shit vain, bro. You know what I'm saying? It said, he said, I am come to great estate and gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. He says, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. So all this studying I'm doing, you get a whole bunch of bullshit with it. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to study everything and you're trying to get wisdom and knowledge on everything, you realize, man, there's a lot of bullshit going on. But you got to fall in love with the truth, okay? Because you do get wisdom and knowledge and understanding. All of it's not bullshit. It's some things that's like, man, why am I studying Egyptology? You know what I'm saying? Why am I studying Kemet? Why am I putting all that shit vain, bro? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Yeah, so when you increase knowledge, you learn more and you tried more through your faith. Okay? So the more wisdom you get, okay, that's going to increase your faith. Okay, like when you first start off, your faith might be tested and it's something small. It might be something real small. Then you pass that test. And then after you pass that test, your wisdom and your faith grows a little more. And that demon that's going to try you gets a little heavier. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it works. It's when you increase in wisdom, you increase in sorrow, bruh. The more you know, it's like the heavier demon that's going to come up on you. All right? Proverbs 1.
And what?
20.
This
22.
This is Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge. All right? It said wisdom cries out. So the wisdom that you get and all your studying, you got to bring it forth to the highways and the hedges. And when you speaking, because it's going to be a person speaking this wisdom that he's obtained through studying, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be asking, like, how long are you niggas going to be simple? How long you niggas going to still go to church and excuse all the abominations that's done in this place?
Mm-hmm.
Calling yourself a Christian pastor, but excusing homosexuality. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Eating fucking catfish and all these abominable fucking foods. You know what I'm saying? So wisdom gonna cry out and let you know what's wrong. All right. 2 Chronicles. Chapter 1, verse 7 to 12.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 7. In that night did the Most High appear unto Solomon, and said unto him, ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto the Most High, thou hast shewn me great mercy unto David. So thou hast shewed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Yahweh, the Most High, let thy promise unto David my father be established, for thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude.
Right.
Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this people that is so great? And the Most High said unto Solomon, because...
But check this out. He asked Solomon, of all things on this planet, for me to give you, what do you want?
Wisdom and knowledge.
Wisdom and knowledge of everything. Now you ask Jake that today, shit. Wisdom and knowledge ain't gonna be the thing on top of that list. Man, I want cars, bad bitches, a lot of money.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead.
And the Most High said to Solomon, because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemies, neither yet hast asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee richest wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee. Neither shall there any after thee have the like.
Have the like. And so that just shows, man, where your mind, that shows where your mind's supposed to be. If this was granted to him, where should your mind be? We know this is Yahweh Shai reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? That spirit. But where should your mind be? If he wanted to seek out wisdom and knowledge versus anything, where should your mind be? On wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That should be the number one thing that we seeking out. Okay? Proverbs 1:1-7. Because through all that faith, you get faith. You know what I'm saying? Your faith is increased.
Let me get up a precept right quick.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Perfect. That's just like what it said. You know what I'm saying? You seek out the kingdom by doing the works, and all the other stuff you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? And where does that come from? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7.
No.
He's 1-7.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity.
Uh-huh.
To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning.
Right. A wise man will hear.
See, and
check this out. A wise man will hear and increase learning. By him hearing, what is he gonna do? Take heed, and that's gonna bring forth the learning. If the head of a camp tells you, read this chapter because it's something in it that you should see. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see that and you can apply that to your life. That's going to increase things you need to know about something you may be going through. You go ahead, Al.
Go ahead. Keep reading?
No, you were going to say something.
Well, no, I was just going to say a wise man will hear and increase learning. It is specification on that wise man because everybody can hear unless you're deaf. You know what I'm saying? Deaf. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can hear, but it takes a wise man to hear it and increase learning.
Right.
You know
hear it and apply it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is reading on in Proverbs. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
So he gonna entertain wise counsel. Okay, it's a reason it's a thing called order. All right? Wisdom comes down. You have the apostles and you have men under him. That's why everybody is woken up at a different time frame. So as that chain of command goes up, you get wisdom and knowledge as you go up more and more. You know what I'm saying? It says it's going to increase in the last days, but the basics of Israel is basically the milk is the key thing to everything. That unlocks everything. That opens everything up. All right? Because how could you understand a breakdown in the book of Daniel if you don't even understand you're an Israelite? You know what I'm saying? So you'd be like, who is that talking to?
It's like, how can I give you heavenly things if you can't understand earthly things?
Right.
Just
so it says,
from scripture.
And a man of understanding shall attain to wise counsel. That means counsels. And that's S. So that's more than one.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's going to pay attention. He's going to listen okay, man, these are wise men. You know what I'm saying? They've been through this situation already. So you know what? I'm going to listen to what they're telling me because they walked down this road. Because let's be real. The Israelite walk is one thing, but you still have to live. Okay, that's when all the real pressure comes. Okay, you know you're Israelite, all this good, okay, I'm going to keep these laws. But when you get out into the world and have to apply these things to life, that's when the walk is the real walk. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, the church begins when you leave a building. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Doc. 6.
To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
So these dark sayings are these mysteries are going to be given to these wise men. Okay? Pretty sure our brothers have had questions about scriptures. And where did you get them from? Someone who was wiser. Okay, someone who was given, it was given to. Go ahead.
The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge.
And when you fear him by keeping his commandments and taking heed to the counsel or the men he has set up over you to do these things, that's when your knowledge begins. Okay? Once you listen and seek out counsel and things of that nature, that's when that's when like it's like lighting a fuse. You know when you light that fuse, bam, something gonna explode. And that's when everything starts. You know what I'm saying? It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And that's where it starts. So you gotta fear him first. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna start over. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So fools despise that. He that despises you, despises me. He that despises me, despises him that sent me. Okay, so that's a lot of order in this. All right? That's where the spirit turning with this, bro. You know what I'm saying? It says, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. People hate being told what to do, bro. But it tells you the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So people are going to reject wisdom. They're going to reject it and instructions. Somebody telling you something wise. If I walk down the road and I tell you, hey man, at the end of that road, it's 2 big ass pit bulls. And they gonna chase your ass. And I'm telling you, bro, these some vicious dogs. They vicious as fuck. But I'm giving you this heads up. Like, oh man, I ain't trying to hit that, man. I ain't trying to hit that. And you walk down that road and you get your ass bit up. You just didn't listen. Okay? I mean, but you had, and before you walked down that road, you already been warned or advised to not go down there. Okay? So that's your beginning. Okay? Proverbs 8:1.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Do it not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
Right. Precept. Go to Proverbs 4:6-9.
This is Proverbs 4, chapter 6. Forsake not her, and she shall preserve thee.
So she gonna save you. It says, doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? So when we're bringing these scriptures out, that's wisdom. It's wisdom, because wisdom is gonna tell you, hey man, missiles coming to this place. It's gonna be times like that was never seen before. Wisdom. She cried out in the street. Okay? How long, you simple ones? It says, does wisdom not cry? And understanding put forth her voice. So it's being given to you. What the fuck is going to happen? That's wisdom. What would you do? What are you going to do having this wisdom given to you? You know what I'm saying? To react on it. It says, forsake her not. Okay? So she's crying to you. It's really the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. It's giving you warning and crying out to you. Go ahead. And she shall preserve thee. That's if you listen. She's crying to you. That's if you listen. You're gonna be preserved. That means saved. Hit the thing. All right, go ahead.
Love her, and she
Love
shall
her.
keep thee.
And she shall keep thee. Wisdom. Go ahead.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
So, you got a lot of wise people. You got a lot of wise people that can read the scriptures, bruh. A lot. But do they really understand what they read?
And there goes, I think I forgot, was maybe it was Paul that walked up on, it was somebody was reading the scriptures, I forgot.
Understands now without readers?
Yeah.
Understand it, please. How can I? Except a man be sent. You know what I'm saying? How can I understand this? And that's what you have. You got a lot of people that read this book and don't have no understanding on what they reading, bro.
Yeah, because you hear that. I done read the Bible front to back.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? This
and don't understand John 3:16. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Which you want me to go to?
You was to 9.
Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor.
Now check this out. In the other verse, it had the fear of the Lord is the beginning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Okay? Now when you look on here, on verse 8, it said, exalt her, she shall promote thee. When you're promoted, what does that mean?
Move up.
You're moving up. Okay? So if you're promoted, you're moving up. It says, love her, exalt her, and she shall promote thee. So when you hear that voice and you take heed to it, okay, I'm Israelite, man, I got to read, I got to study. Guess what? You're going to be put up on another level. And as soon as you have you're going to be tried, and then after you're tried, you pass that test, and you're going to be, boom, you're going to go up, and your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding going to increase more. Okay? That's why I said she's going to promote thee. Go ahead. She
shall bring thee honor.
To honor.
So like she shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her.
Right.
She shall give. So like she shall give to thy head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee.
Right. And that's the end game. Okay. That's the end game. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee, because she preserved thee. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to preserve you. It's going to be the stability of those tough times because you took heed to them. All right? You sure? Let me get Proverbs 8, 2 through 5.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 2. She standeth in the top of high places,
right,
by the way in the places of the paths. She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
There you go, and all this is instructions. That's all this is instructions and precept. Let me get Proverbs 1. And this is going back to the same thing. Go to 20. But it's telling you, it's basically telling you, she cried at the gates, the entry of the city, coming in at the doors. So that's like at the beginning of places. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the chief places of concourse. Well, but most of the traffic dwells there. Go ahead.
So, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cried without.
Right.
She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse. Right. In the openings of the gates in the city, she uttereth her words, saying.
That's good right there. But there you go. She cried in the chief places. So where there's people there, you're supposed to be bringing out that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding that you got. Because somebody else might hear it to where they can, it can be the beginning of wisdom and knowledge to them. Like, well, shit, America gonna blow up, what I need to do? Okay, so shit, That's what happened. And boom, something triggers in them. And next thing you know, the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the beginning of wisdom. Then it becomes that to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just a domino effect. All right? Psalms 19:7. And you sure stay in Proverbs. Give me Proverbs 2, and 6 through 11 after Psalms.
This is Psalms 19:7. The law of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple.
So making wise the simple. So that shows you how you get wisdom. This is one way how you get wisdom. It says the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is perfect, converting, changing your soul. The testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is sure, making wise the simple. So we all were simple at one time. But we understand that the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the beginning of wisdom. So how does that all start? The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So we understand that that's step one. And you go from being a simple nigga to teaching people on a level that the world hasn't even seen. People don't even understand Deuteronomy 28, bro. They can't even come to grips with us going into, like, we was out there and that Jake was up there and he was like, man, that's in the Bible?
Yeah.
He was surprised it was in the Bible. Like, slave shit, that's in the Bible? Something that simple. Didn't even have no clue. Go ahead, Yeshua.
This is Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6. For Yahweh giveth wisdom out of his mouth cometh Salaki. For Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
Right.
He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly.
There you go. So all these things comes after you start keeping his commandments and walking in that on that righteous path. Go ahead.
He keepeth the path of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints.
Now, preserve. Now, when you go back up, it says wisdom. Hold on, where is it at? It says she shall preserve thee.
I think it was Proverbs maybe 8.
Oh yeah, Proverbs 4, verse 6. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. So don't forsake it. After you don't forsake it and you get that wisdom and knowledge, it says you're going to be doing what? Be promoted. Okay? So after you're promoted, where we at?
Proverbs 2 and 8.
2 and 8, okay. It says, he keepeth the path of the judgment and preserveth the ways of the saints. And that's speaking of, because wisdom is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? It said that wisdom is going to keep and preserve. It's going to keep you in the way to walk. Because you sought that counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it's leading you on that path to where it's going to keep you to where you don't veer off to the right or veer off to the left and do no bullshit and wind up falling out. It's going to keep you on that path. Go ahead.
Verse 9, then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee.
Read 9 over.
Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path.
You go ahead.
When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee.
And this is 2, Proverbs 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Proverbs, the 2nd chapter.
Yeah.
Okay, verse 9 was that. Okay. Now I wanted to look up a word. Okay, equity. It says evenness, uprightness, straightness, level, smoothness. Okay, so it says, "Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity." So you on a level playing ground. You know what I'm saying? It's smoothness. It's like I know sometimes when people use the word equity, it has something to do with like with homes, like the value. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a level playing ground. Go ahead.
You want me to read it?
Read 10 again.
Says, when wisdom entereth into thy heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul.
So when wisdom enters into your mind, go ahead.
And knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee. Understanding shall keep thee.
There you go. Being discreet. Being discreet with things is because you're gonna keep things it's gonna be simpler. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna preserve thee. You know, you ain't gotta do no extra shit. Like, man, I ain't gotta do all this. I ain't gotta do all that. This world, I don't belong to this world. You know what I'm saying? So it's discretion, bro. You being discreet is like to the point. All right? And that's what's gonna preserve you. I know I'm not supposed to eat pork. Fuck it, I'm not gonna eat it. I know I'm not supposed to get edge ups. I'm not gonna get edge ups. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not supposed to cut my beard off. I'm not gonna do it. That's being discreet. Like if you go into the barbershop and say, look, man, I just want you to knock everything down. No edge. You know what I'm saying? None of that. That's being discreet. Okay? You go in a restaurant, hey, I see sausage in here. Is that turkey? You know what I'm saying? Or is it pork? All right, no sausage in my shit. That's being discreet, bro. It says discretion shall preserve thee. That's what's going to keep you in that line and that walk to where your wisdom knowledge increase. And it says, and understanding shall keep thee by you understanding the wisdom and knowledge that you have. Okay? That's why it says, with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay? Know why you're not eating pork. Don't just say I don't eat it. Be able to go in the scriptures and show people, hey, bro, this is an abomination. You're not supposed to do it. That's discretion. All right? But everybody's not going to get this, bro. Let me get Job 39:17, Proverbs 8, 6 through 11.
What you got?
I'm already in Proverbs, but I will get Job.
I got it. This is Job 39:17. Because the Most High had deprived her from wisdom, neither had He imparted to her understanding. So,
yeah, women not gonna understand this. So you can get that shit out of your head, bro. Women, they are not going to understand this. All right, this was just a side note on here. Okay, Proverbs, go ahead.
Proverbs what again?
8, 6
to 28.
6 through 11.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 6. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
Right.
All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them.
Look at that. All the words of my mouth are righteousness. Okay, you ain't supposed to be speaking
Smooth things.
Speaking bullshit, and like most people think that means when you say a curse word or whatever. Like nothing what's the word they use? It's supposed to come out of the same mouth.
blessings and curses.
Yeah, blessings and curses, but it's like something defiled. Not supposed to come out of the same mouth or whatever. But they don't understand when it says, let's see, which one was it? Okay, 8, it says, all of the words of my mouth are in righteousness. So you ain't supposed to be going out saying no shit like, man, I don't get edge up for shit. Hey, to each his own. You can do that shit if you want to. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what you're supposed to be doing, bro. You got to be straightforward, discreet with what you're saying. Or perverse in them. It's not perverse it's supposed to be not perverse in your mouth. Go ahead.
Verse 9, they are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge.
There you go. They plain. John 3:16. It's plain. We know what it's talking about. Okay? It's no hang up in it. Deuteronomy. When we read that, it's plain. We know what it's saying. All right? But it's only to them that find knowledge. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 10, receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
There you go. That's riches. Hey, that could be money, or that could be bullshit philosophies. Okay? Don't take nothing that's easier and it benefits you. All right? Because it says, receive my instructions and not silver. So basically, take that hard path. Don't take what's easy. Somebody can give you something and it looks like, this is what they call wolf in sheep's clothing. Just because that pastor in that church telling you you can eat things that your flesh desire, that don't mean it's right for you. All right, go ahead.
Verse 11, it says, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to
There
it.
you go. Nothing can be compared to it. I got 3 precepts on that. Give me Ezekiel 3:17, Matthew 10:20.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Give them warning from me. So it's not perverse in what you're supposed to be telling these people. You know what I'm saying? It's straightforward. It's going to be straightforward. Hey, man, you don't get your shit together? When America falls, this place collapse, bro, your ass is fucking done. Period. All right? And that's warning from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead, Matthew 10:20.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
And there you go. It's going to be men bringing this out to the forefront. All right? Bringing this wisdom knowledge out to the forefront. All right? Proverbs 9:1. And then 1 Corinthians 3:9. Precepts of that.
This is Proverbs 3:1.
9:1.
Proverbs 9:1. Wisdom had built her house. She had hewn out her 7 pillars.
Build her house. Now, go to 1 Corinthians 3:9.
It says, for we are laborers together.
What do laborers do?
Build.
Work.
Build. Work. All right?
It says, for we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are Yahweh's husbandry. Ye are Yahweh's building.
And that's what we are. Okay? We are his building. We the temple. Okay? But we have to labor. All right? Because what we're doing spiritually is building up that house now. Okay? 1 Corinthians 3:1.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 1. It says, and our brethren could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ. I am Mashiach.
Go to Romans 11:1. Speaking to his brethren. So it's letting you know who this is speaking to.
This is Romans 11.
Check this out. It says, but as unto carnal. It says, and I, brethren, cannot speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal. That means what? Flesh. Even as unto babes in Hamashiach. So it's the same way. Okay, but go ahead to Romans.
This is Romans 11:1. I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
And that's who his brethren is. Anybody in them tribes, the tribe, anything that came out of Abraham's line that was chosen. All right? Back to Proverbs 9, 2-6.
This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 2. It says, she hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine, she hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens, she crieth upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn into hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she said to him, come eat of my bread, and drink of my wine which I have mingled.
Right.
Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
That's that wisdom, bro.
He that reproveth.
Hold on. It says, forsake the foolish and live. Making wise the simple.
Yes, hey, look, because it goes back to that scripture where it say, it shall preserve thee.
Right. You go ahead, hold on. It says, and go in the way of understanding. So it's going to be made known to you, but if you can get it, cool. If not, shit, you're going to die. It says, forsake the foolish and live. So what's the other alternative? Don't forsake it and die. John 6:35, and then jump to 56.
This is John 6:35. And Yahushua said unto them, I am the bread of life.
Right.
He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Right.
But I say unto you, that ye also have seen me, and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out.
That was it.
Oh,
But
you want 56?
yeah, jump to 56. But look at that. It said, and Yahweh said unto them, I am the bread of life. What you do with bread, you eat. Okay? You eat. And look at it in verse 5, and the previous thing we read, it says, come, eat of my bread, and drink of my wine, which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish, and live.
I got that push.
Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Right.
This is John chapter 6, verse 56. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him.
All the way to 58.
As the living Father has sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even he shall live by me.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead. This is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever.
Right. And that's of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? And that's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? Because you have to eat that whole roll. All right? It says, this is that bread which came down from heaven, not as your fathers did eat manna. And it's letting you know it's spiritual, bruh. It's a spiritual. That's what we're working on now. We're working on the spiritual because the spirit and the flesh, they warring with each other. All right? So, you got to work on that spirit. Now, you got to see everything spiritual like Ephesians. Look at Ephesians 12, 6 and 12. It tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a physical battle that you fighting. All right? Romans 8, 35 through 39.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach?
Alright.
Shall tribulations, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
Right.
We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord.
God. So nothing's gonna move you. When you got that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is discreet, and you get all of that from basically listening. Okay? Listening. When order comes, listen. That increases wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? Hope this is edifying. Okay, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
by Hashem Yahushua.
that belongs to the Apostle Nelson Great Millstone, and peace blessings to your brothers throughout the four winds, pushing this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.